Hey loves, it's your girl TTC Tiffy here with a new pregnancy update. So this is actually going to be my 10 to 11 week update, but I'm actually 12 weeks today exactly, which means I am in my final week of my first trimester. Yay! Which is a huge milestone. First trimester is really scary, you guys. That's where a lot of miscarriages and things like that happen, and I just am excited to be out of the first trimester. Next week will be officially second trimester for me. Now, some doctors do say you're considered the second trimester starting at 14 weeks, but my particular OBGYN considers me a second trimester at 13 weeks. So this is my last week in the first trimester. So I don't want to keep you guys in suspense, because clearly the title is really scary, but I want to talk to you guys about what we had, like a little bit of a scare this week at the end of my 11 weeks, which the ER doctor said I was having a threatened miscarriage. So Tuesday was pretty much a normal day for me. This is when I had the spotting / bleeding episode that required me, well, made me want to go to the ER to see what was wrong with the baby. So to that appointment, I got home and I passed out from 11:30 to 6 o'clock in the evening. So when I woke up, I had dinner, I sat down and talked with my husband. You know, normal day, like just normal. I didn't have any pains or anything like that. And it was time to go to bed. I was getting ready for bed because I had to go to work the next morning. And so I had got ready for bed, got on my night clothes, and went to go use the bathroom. And when I was wiping, I noticed I was bleeding. And that was so scary. So I wanted to check and make sure where the blood was coming from, because it could come from your rectum, it could be coming from your vagina, or you could have scratched something somewhere and it be coming from there. Now this blood was not little, so I know it wasn't from a little ass scratch. And I'm like, if I'm bleeding like that from my rectum, something is wrong. So I showed my husband, we agreed mutually that we needed to go to the ER just to be safe, because it was red and not pink. So I get to the ER, I use the bathroom there, and the blood, it's turned to pink. So I go back there, and the doctor immediately came in and did an ultrasound, and it was very fast. It wasn't like one of those ultrasounds you get when you're in your OB office and the tech is really nice and excited for you. He was just like, boom, boom, boom. There's a fetus. There's a heartbeat. That's all I can tell you. I'm like, well, damn. Can you check and see if there's any bleeding in my uterus? Nigga, he didn't. I don't know if he checked. He did kind of move it around. I don't know what he was looking for, but I know he showed me that there was a baby. The baby was there, and we had a heartbeat. So I was happy. So he was like, we do need to see where the bleeding is coming from. So I ended up getting a pap smear like 2 hours later, girl. Not a pap smear, a pelvic exam. And he did not see any blood, old or new, coming from my cervix at all. But he said I had a lot of discharge. Girl, I know. I want to say, nigga, you ain't. I know. So, but then he was like, my cervix is really, really inflamed. So I had to go and get a lot of tests done for like STDs and infection. Of course, they all came back not positive, negative. They all came back negative. There was no infection. I was thinking maybe I had some type of bacterial infection or something. That's common for me. Even when I'm not pregnant, I can sometimes get really irritated and end up with a bacterial infection. But I didn't even have that. So there was no infection at all. So he was just like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and say you're having a threatened miscarriage. That's the scariest shit you ever can hear in your life from a doctor. So first thing in the morning, I called my OBGYN, left a message with the nurse. They didn't get back to me until 3 o'clock in the evening, but they scheduled an appointment for today, Thursday at 9:30, which I did go to, and they checked everything. The baby is fine, heartbeat is strong, there's no bleeding on my cervix. They don't know what's going on, what that blood was coming from, but they just said that you have your cervix is sensitive, and you know, get some precautions to take. And I was put on pelvic rest for a couple of weeks, and which means that we gotta abstain from sexual intercourse, and that's that. I haven't had any bleeding or anything like that since that episode that night. Everything's been fine. So I don't know what it was. It was really, really scary, especially being told that you're having a threatened miscarriage. I don't know. I feel there. Let's move on from that. I'm just happy that everything was okay. I'm not miscarrying the baby. Everything is fine. Everything worked out. I guess bleeding, you can bleed at any point in the first trimester, second trimester, or third trimester. It doesn't really matter. That can happen. It's a part of being pregnant. Not all women experience bleeding, but a lot of us do, and I am in that. And a lot of the bleeding is unexplained. So I'm here to tell you, if you're pregnant or you're planning on getting pregnant and you see blood, if it's not a lot and you're not able to fill up a pad, or if it's not like spilling into your underwear and it's not bright red, you're probably okay. But I'm an advocate for going to go have reassurance, because if I didn't go to the ER that night, I would not have been able to sleep because I was terrified, you guys. I hadn't bled this whole time. So I was really, really nervous. So like I said, when in doubt, if you want some reassurance, you can go to that ER if you can afford the ER bill. Definitely go and get checked out. Urgent care, if you get into your OB, whatever. Don't just like ignore it. And please do not Google any symptoms, because girl, it will make you feel like you are about to have a uterus eruption or something, like your body is about to just explode. Like, do not Google the symptoms. Just go see a doctor so you can get medical advice that's related to you and your particular condition. So yeah, that was my little scare in my this week, and so I wanted to share that with you guys. And let's go ahead and real quickly get into the symptoms. So I've noticed with me that on the even days, the even weeks, like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, and now 12 weeks, I've noticed that I cramp during the even number of weeks. I don't know if that's related to anything, but I have menstrual-like cramps during when a week is an even number. So 10-week pregnancy, I had cramps that scared the shit out of me, that lasted for 3 days consistently, and they were in my back and in my lower belly, at the lower half of my belly. And you know what, it felt like when your period is about to start. It was not comfortable at all, and like I felt like I was scared, but it ended up being considered uterus stretching or something like that. So week 10, I still was fatigued. I still had to pee. I was still constipated. I had a lot of cramping. Like, the cramping to me felt like premenstrual cramps. Okay, I've been having a period since I was 13 years old. I know what premenstrual cramps feel like, and that's what these felt like. So, and they were scary as hell, because you know, when you shouldn't be cramping when you're pregnant, but that's been something that I've been experiencing every other week. So, and my OBGYN just says that is my uterus stretching. So yeah, I experienced that. Week 10 was miserable. 11 week came out, everything was fine for the most part. I didn't have the cramping and stuff, but I had that spot in it and I was still constipated. So let me tell you guys, for me, my first trimester has felt like I am coming down with some type of sickness. You know, like when you're in the pre-symptom part of being sick, and you're like, oh, I'm about to catch a cold, so you go buy you like some Theraflu and cough drops and stuff, get you some orange juice to prepare, just try to get ahead of it so you can catch those symptoms. That's how I feel in the first trimester. I feel like I am catching the flu. I feel like I'm coming down with something major that's gonna have me knocked out of the game for a while. That's how I feel. Like, I just feel sick. I'm miserable. Pregnancy hurts. Well, at least for me, it's been hurting. It's not comfortable. It hurts, but it's beautiful. But it hurts. It hurts. I gotta pee like every freaking 30 minutes. I'm always constipated. I'm always hungry. I'm queasy. I headaches, mood swings, body aches, cramps and all that. Face is breaking out. I don't know if you guys can tell that my face is breaking out pretty bad. And I am a licensed esthetician, and my skin is like pre-esthetician, like before I knew about skincare. And there's nothing I can do is helping me get rid of these bumps. I'm even getting them on my body. Like I have a pimple right here on my chest. I don't know if you guys can see that. I got them on my arm. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera, but I have acne on my arms. I've never had acne on my body. So that's something that has been happening, but Lord knows I'm not complaining, but I'm just being honest with you guys. Pregnancy so far for me has been a little bit miserable, but you know, it's part of the game. I'm looking forward to the second trimester. And so, oh, I had my ultrasound finally, and so I want to show you guys the baby. So this was when I was 10 weeks and 6 days, the day before I turned 11 weeks. There go the baby. Hold up. I don't care if you guys can see my name, but I think I maybe should cover it up for security reasons, safety reasons, identity theft, I don't know. But that's the baby. That's the little baby. Oh, wow. So this was my first ultrasound where I got to get a keepsake, and so I'm really excited. I feel like the baby looks like a little teddy bear. Look, can you guys see? Oh, look at the baby. So yeah, I had the ultrasound and everything was fine. Today when we went to go check to see what was wrong, they said that my baby heartbeat was 158 beats per minute, which is very strong and healthy. It's normal. That's where, you know, they want it to be. So you guys, right now my back is hurting like premenstrual cramps. I'm 12 weeks today, so I really can't give you guys any more about 12 weeks because I haven't experienced the whole, you know, week yet. But I just want to let you guys know that right now my back hurt. I'm about to go lay down. My breathing has been crazy. I already suffer from asthma, and I had about a week where I had to take my nebulizer, which is the mask with the solution you put in there and you breathe. I had to take a nebulizer every 4 hours for a week straight because I did not want to get prednisone. Prednisone is like a devil drug. It makes you gain weight. It's a steroid. But baby, when I tell you, if you have any type of lung breathing issues, prednisone will get you right. That is like a quick, that prednisone helps me, but I didn't want to take it because I read that there was some research done that prednisone can cause cleft palates in developing fetuses. So I didn't want to risk that, so I just went ahead and just took my nebulizer every 4 hours and for a week straight, and my breathing got better. I actually have an appointment scheduled next week with my PCP again, just to make sure everything is all right, to get some updated equipment for my nebulizer and things like that. I don't have any food aversions. I can eat anything, girl, anything. This is a long video, so I'm gonna have to cut it off there. Other than that, everything's normal. I can't wait to feel the baby kick. And after this, probably sometime this weekend, I'm going to upload another video to talk about the doctor I use to have my husband's vasectomy reversal done, to help someone out there who is wanting to have a vasectomy reversal so they can have a baby. So as always, peace, love, and baby dust to everyone. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Bye.